Right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Keith. Oh, I got a round of applause. They're all muted, but it sounds good. Anyway. Don't push it, David. Don't push it. Right. First of all, just a minute.
Oh, hello.
No, it's just that I had a fan on because it's quite cold in my office. But right, first of all, special welcome to Katie. To say it's nice that you've joined us, and we hope we can pass something on from our point of view. Just to mention what Keith did with John there, and the reason he asked him if it was all right with regard to the recording. If you record something and you put it in the public domain, you have to get the permission of everybody who's involved in the recording, and you are all involved. That's why we have to ask everybody. If one person objects, then we can't do it. Basically, that's why I asked, and so we all agreed on that, yeah? We're all quite happy to do that, yeah? I think so, yeah, good. Right, well, we're still in a learning process, there's one or two things that might go wrong, believe it or not, but we carry on. The basic structure is that we just have conversation to try and trigger memories. We have a quiz now. With the quiz, as Sporting Memories point out in basically their principle, it's not really a test of general knowledge, it's more a sense of triggering things off. So we'll ask a question, get an answer, and then if I can say, well, that answer brings into a conversation. So it's not a matter of a test of general knowledge, it's just a matter of creating a conversation. Now, they always have, they have the Sporting Pink, which for us up in Lancashire will bring a few memories back with regard to the Saturday paper we used to have with all the results, which always amazed me, being a Bolton fan, and doesn't take a lot to amaze me. But when we used to come out of Burndon Park and we're walking up, they actually had the results of the games as we were walking out of the stadium, which I thought was amazing, the local paper. Then that's it. Tony Parks, who you heard chatting there, is one of the legends of the sport, certainly at Blackburn Rovers.
Yep.
How many games did you play for Blackburn Rovers? Can you remember, Tony?
Yeah.
How many games did you play?
A lot.
See, these Rovers people, they give you no to wear, they give you no to wear. I'll tell you some of the stats here. I mean, I've got some of the stats. He played over 400 games, and he's known as Mr. Blackburn. He was installed into the Hall of Fame just a couple of weeks ago, along with Kenny Dalglish.
I'm Tony Parks.
Yeah, that's very true, Tony. Who do you go into the Hall of Fame with? Kenny Dalglish?
Yeah, Kenny Dalglish, yeah.
Yeah. Tim Sherwood?
Tim Sherwood, yeah.
Who was the other one, Keith?
Oh, Jack.
Oh, Jack. Jack
Walker.
Yeah.
Jack Walker.
Who was the other player? Who was an ex-manager as well. Can't remember him.
Shearer.
No?
Shearer.
Well, yeah. Shearer's not in the Hall of Fame, but we were talking, Keith and I were talking the other day about, naming some of the top footballers. Who's the best footballer you've ever seen play then, Tony?
Shearer.
Alan Shearer?
Alan Shearer.
Yeah.
Yeah, best ever.
Best ever.
I think so.
Now, Norman, can I just sit in? Tony and his wonderful daughter Natalie weren't able to join us for our first session last week because they had a personal and a brilliant telephone call from Mr. Alan Shearer, personally to Tony, at the same time as our session last week.
Wonderful.
You'll not get a better player than Shearer.
No. And the other thing, and I'm aiming this at you, Kate, just to give you some information, because I think most of us probably know. Well, talking about Mr. Blackburn with Tony, he was the caretaker manager 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, wasn't it, Tony?
Yeah, 6 times.
6 times, and they never give you the job permanently.
No, I didn't want it.
You didn't want it, did you?
No, I didn't want it.
No. But that's amazing, that. Anybody else? Well, while we're on the football thing, yeah. Favorite player? Anybody want to say something? Martin.
Favorite player?
Can't just think of somebody straight away now.
There's no question. Alexander Robert Bruce.
Alexander Robert Bruce.
Our good friend Brucey, him and Mike Elwes for that 4 years.
Oh, right.
We will never, ever, ever see that like again.
Preston North End here.
Pardon?
We're talking Preston North End.
Yeah, just slightly Norman, yeah.
No, it's just the fact.
No.
Seriously, when you said Alex, I'm thinking, no, who do I know? I've got Alex Bruce, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Alex Bruce, yeah. Just
I'll tell you what, we'll make it a bit more difficult. Your favourite player other than the team that you support?
Pele.
Who said
Yeah.
Pele? Who said Pele?
Me.
Put your hand up if you, I can't. Who was it who said Pele?
Martin.
Tony Martin.
Yeah.
So Pele was the best player you ever saw play.
Yeah.
No, and the most disappointing things in my life. I used to work with the National Football Museum when they were at North End,
Yeah.
and when they opened, or when they were due to open, they had Pele was going to open it, and then the lottery came along, who funded it, and they said the entrance wasn't impressive enough, so they gave him another £1 million and a bit to build a different entrance, by which put the opening back. And by the time the opening came around, Pele couldn't do it. They got the Duke of Kent instead. I think that was a slight disappointment for lots of people who should have been there.
Yeah, the Duke was never very good on his left foot. I've always said that.
No, didn't practice enough.
No, let's talk about somebody else. Let's talk about let's go to somebody else. Janet.
Norman,
Yes.
can you see that photograph I'm holding up? Tony, can you see that photograph?
No.
Who's holding it up?
I've got one to show.
Just a minute. Who's holding a photograph up?
Janet McKinnon.
Janet.
Janet. Sorry. Yes, Janet. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Got it. Yes.
You see who Tony met there?
That's Tony Parks with.
Steve Thompson.
Jan,
I think she's referring to Margaret Thatcher, to be honest.
Yes, the Iron Lady.
The Iron Lady.
yeah.
How long ago was that, Janet?
1977.
1977.
Long time.
Ah. Was she Prime Minister then?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
77.
Made her honorary vice president of the club.
Yeah. Blackburn.
Yep.
Any other favourite players? Anybody else want to? Oh, sorry, Melvin. I didn't see you.
Right. There's only one for me. Well, Bestie. When I watched him, like when he was.
You don't have to keep your hand there, Melvin.
No, it's just resting.
All right.
It's just resting.
So, Georgie
Yeah.
Best.
So, I watched Best in my teenage years and Ford United all over then, that time, you know. So, he was absolutely tremendous player.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was unbelievable. Unbelievable. No matter what people. You know what the pitches are like then. So,
David, were you going to say something?
Drank too much.
probably a good job he did.
He huddled over.
Let's change it. Sorry, Darren, go on.
No, just to say in the chat room on the side, Monique Wilson wants to suggest Cristiano Ronaldo.
Who suggested that?
Monique?
Yeah.
Monique. Dreamer's daughter.
Oh, right.
Bit more up to date.
Yeah,
Lionel Messi.
well, you've got to talk about with the stats. I've not got his stats here, but the number of goals he's scored. You know, he seems to score every game he plays in, doesn't he?
Nobody's mentioned Messi.
That's
Lionel Messi.
Lionel Messi. You know.
Messi, yeah, Messi, big man.
Yeah. Neither of them paid tax. Neither of them paid the tax bills, but that's not that you're going to edit that. Yes, Jeff.
Yeah. I don't know. Can you hear me or not?
Yes.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. It's not probably not the greatest player, but I remember in the 1970s who played for Blackpool called Tony Green. Now, I don't know if anybody remembers him.
Geordie lad.
He went to Sorry?
Very good player.
Tony Green. was an incredible young player, but he got
Blackpool.
injured many, many times. He played for Scotland and he went to Newcastle, but I always thought he could have been one of the best players ever. He was superb at the time. 1971, he decimated West Ham. I always remember watching that. Yeah, good player, great player.
Yeah.
Very good player.
He lived at Polton the File, didn't he?
Yeah, he lived in Polton. He still does, I think. Yeah.
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 Let's talk about I'll just do just a little bit on football, but I'll just finish on this one. Best goalkeeper you ever saw. Now that'll with the different generations we have in here. Neville.
Gordon Banks.
Neville, you were going to say something when Jeff.
Yeah, it's got to be Gordon Banks.
Sorry.
Gordon Banks.
Gordon Banks.
Gordon Banks, definitely.
Yeah. I agree.
I was going to say something about the fact that it's the 1st of April today.
Yes.
And it's nearly Easter.
Yes.
And that's when I experienced playing a different game because we were on a trek from school. And I played pelota.
But where?
I played pelota.
Pelota.
Where's that?
In Spain.
You throw things against the wall. You've got a special bat.
Oh, the game.
Call that catch, no.
What are you talking about? The place you were going to for your holidays?
Well, we did take in but they carried the big floats around.
Yeah.
It was all through Madrid. And but that was the thing that impressed me most. But as regards the footballer that I was most impressed with a long time ago was Ferenc Puskás.
Oh, Ferenc Puskás.
Oh, yeah.
Playing for Real Madrid.
Di Stefano.
He was great, was Puskás.
Yeah, I don't want to be unkind, Neville, but you're probably the only person that was playing with him. But yeah, when you look at the Great Madrid side that won the Champions League 5 years running, didn't they?
Yeah, they did indeed.
Di Stefano. Yeah. So goalkeepers, take Gordon Banks out of it then. Who were the goalkeepers the ones that made a name for themselves?
I don't know whether I can speak or not, but I can speak. Yeah,
we still try to connect, aren't we?
We can hear you, Prima, if you want to speak.
Sorry?
I think Prima's trying to speak at the bottom.
Sorry, Prima, were you trying to say something?
Not really. I was waiting for the subject to become cricket, but anyway, there'll be another day sometime later. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Oh, that's great.
And welcome to Sporting Memories anyway.
Thank you very much.
So, which is your sport then, Prima? Are we talking cricket?
Well, not at the moment, are you?
Didn't pick
I just remembered something about playing at Chorley. I used to be the opening batsman for Leyland, and I played against Chorley.
Yeah.
And this was a time when Bob Radcliffe, the Lancashire fast bowler, became the professional for Chorley.
Right.
And then in his first game, Bob Radcliffe took 9 wickets against Kendall. Wickets against Kendall. And we were playing Bob Radcliffe Chorley the following match. So the Chorley Guardian put all 9 wickets on the Chorley Guardian, maybe to frighten the Leyland Motors who were playing next. They came and the Chorley supporters came in droves because they haven't seen Bob Radcliffe take 9 wickets previous week. So they thought they are going to at least see a few more wickets. So on that particular day, in front of the Chorley crowd, Chorley batted first and they scored something like 175 runs. And I opened batting with Lawrence Moore. And I was telling, while walking to the wicket, I was telling, what a shame. The conditions were ideal for a fast bowler. It was overcast, the wicket was fresh and juicy, and we had no chance. But lo and behold, we scored 175, Lawrence and I, as a partnership. And so Bob Radcliffe, who took 9 wickets, ended up with nothing for 100. It just shows the glorious uncertainties of cricket.
Yes. Have you been welcomed to Morrison's? That's a great memory, though. That's a great memory.
Norman? I've got quite a few anyway.
Who said Norman then?
Jim. Norman, it's Jim.
Was it you, Tony?
No, it's Jim. Can you get
It was Jim.
Jim McKinnon.
At the bottom.
Big Jim.
Oh, it was Jim.
Bottom of the screen. His picture's not on yet.
Jim, can you hear me, Jim?
Yeah. Norman, can you remember a goalkeeper called John Burridge?
Yes, I can. Yes, the flying. Well, there was quite a few.
The flying.
Palace.
Budgie.
I can as well.
Can you remember when he played? Can you remember when he played for Blackpool? He got fined for sticking a Guinness sticker in his window as a tax disc.
Say that again, Jim.
Can you remember when he played for Blackpool? He was in front of the magistrates.
Yeah.
Got a Guinness sticker in his window as a tax disc.
As a tax disc. Well, yes, he was a little crazy, wasn't he?
Yeah. Goalkeepers are crazy.
Yeah, they say most goalkeepers are crazy, but Budgie was crazy even when he didn't play.
No. Hodgkinson.
Yeah.
Peter Shilton.
Just a second.
Hodgkinson. Yeah.
Steve Elliott, Megs and Steve, did you want to say something, Steve?
Yeah, I wanted to say Peter Shilton.
Peter Shilton, you reckon, was the best goalkeeper? Was it one of the best goalkeepers?
Yes.
He holds the record, I think, for the most caps for England.
Yeah.
That's over 100. But when you consider at the time, him and Ray Clemens were sharing it, weren't they? Yeah. They were going from one to another. And I don't know whether Clemens actually got 100 caps. But he was well up there.
Clem got about 60 odd. And if it hadn't been for him, Shilton would have had, goodness knows, about 170 or something.
He would have had, yeah, but we had two great. They were in the days when English goalkeepers were the best in the world. But look, we don't seem to have that now, do we?
They were very, very small.
Who was Tony? Which goalkeeper?
Hodgkinson.
Hodgkinson.
Oh, yeah.
Did he play for Sheffield United?
United, didn't he?
Correct. Yeah, Sheffield United. Yeah.
Hodgkinson. Yeah.
Well, Eddie Hopkinson at Bolton, of course, he was only 5'8".
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He got England caps, didn't he?
Yeah, he was in England, but I mean, there's loads we can go. I mean, if we talk about Peter Schmeichel.
Yeah.
Peter Schmeichel.
One of the best.
Yeah. Pat Jennings.
Yeah.
One of the best.
One of the best ones and one of the most unlikely ones, I think, was Neville Southall.
Yeah.
He was never the most athletic build, was he?
Have you seen him recently?
Yes.
Long walk around Neville nowadays.
He was chubby when he played, but the size of him now.
It's a long, long walk from one side of Neville to the other.
Indeed. But any suggestions, any topics? Anybody topics that they want to play on the sporting memories? The sporting memories. Is there a film clip we can actually show, Darren?
A photograph up on the screen. I'm struggling.
Came from Nottingham, England. Their names were Jane Torval and Christopher Dean. And when they took to the ice for their final performance in the 1984 Olympic Games in Sarajevo, the world was expecting something sensational.
Very good.
Well, for everybody who saw it in proper speed, that was obviously. I mean, I think most of the country were watching that when it was on in 1984. But when you think of the skate, anybody's done any ice skating? Has anybody? No. I'm just.
Barry.
Barry. Yes, Barry.
Yeah. Yeah.
What, on a regular basis?
No, just in bits and pieces, really. Started skating when I was about 35.
About 35?
About 35, yeah. And I've
Why
probably skated.
at 35?
Well, because my daughter wanted to go for a special occasion, what she wanted to do for her birthday, and she said she wanted to go skating at Blackpool.
Yeah.
So I said, right, I'll come with you. And that was the first time I went onto the ice, and I loved it. I absolutely loved skating. So every opportunity I got, I went on the ice and tried it out. I could only go forwards. I can't go backwards.
Well, that's fair enough. You should have told Will and Dean that, because a couple of times they were going backwards. But yeah, that's amazing. That 35 years away. Do you not fight at 35? I mean, that's not old. Obviously, looking at how we're gathering, but you know, I mean, but did you not find it dangerous? You know, starting.
No, I just felt I got onto the ice and I just felt I could do it because I've been skiing quite a number of times.
Ah, right.
I just felt, well, I can just do it, so I just stood on the ice and went.
Yeah. So you'd obviously have the balance with the skiing, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
All right. Looking around, I didn't see anybody else volunteering that they were skating. Did you do any ice skating, Kate?
Little bit, on and off, you know, but only ever sort of few friends, nothing special or anything talented, just a bit of a giggle.
Because when back in the 80s in our area, it was roller skating, wasn't it?
Yeah, I used to do a lot of roller skating. We, in our street, some had bikes, some had skateboards, some had roller boots, and then we just used to swap. We were all on wheels, one way or the other, and just shared. It was great fun.
I've never been on a skateboard. I'm quite happy.
I'll pay to watch that. I'll pay a lot of money to watch that.
I've been on one for about half a second.
Yeah. It's what, Jeff?
You have a roller boot.
I missed
that. I've been on one for about half a second and fell off it.
Yeah. No, that's not for me.
Easy to fall off.
Yeah.
I've still got a pair of rollerblades.
Rollerblades? Oh, yeah, the rollerblades. My daughter had rollerblades.
Yeah, I've still got those.
In fact, I've still got them in my cupboard upstairs because she's been married and she's moved out, but she just leaves all the stuff she doesn't use anymore in our I think the kids they're always like that, aren't they?
They all do that. Half of the course, that, Norman.
It's what, John?
Half of the course, that.
It is, isn't it?
Free.
Let's talk about. I'm just going on a couple of suggested things from Sporting Memories. The idea of the fact that. Oh, you've gone. I've lost you.
Stop with somebody's head.
Still got you.
We can hear you.
Darren, why have I lost you?
I'm not sure. We can still see you.
Well, I can't see you.
If you have a look on your menu bar at the bottom, can you see, is there an icon that looks like a video camera?
I haven't got the icon. No, I'm not on that one. I'm just on my ordinary
Don't
sport.
worry, Norman, we can.
I've got you. Yeah, sorry, I've got you.
Okay.
But and we were talking, and they talked about the 80s. In 1984, there was a game that reached 20 million. 20 million of the game was sold in 1984. What game was it? In 1984, took the world by storm.
Subbuteo.
No, it wasn't Subbuteo. Keith's holding his hand up. Yes, Keith.
Trivial Pursuit.
It was Trivial Pursuit.
Oh, no.
You've obviously read the.
Tell him in the
Trivial Pursuit. Yeah. How many people have played? How many people here have played Trivial Pursuit?
Yeah.
I think we've all played it, haven't we? We've all played it. I actually, in 1984, I was on the radio and I actually interviewed one of the Canadians, the 4 Canadians who actually devised the game. And one of them came over to England in London. The BBC, when they had somebody that everybody wanted, they allocated them quarter-of-an-hour slots. And I was on Radio Manchester, and we had a quarter-of-an-hour slot to interview him down the line. And I interviewed this guy, and I said, the story behind it is the fact that they all used to meet at, when they were made redundant, they met at the fishing lodge at the cafe for a coffee every day. And to pass the time, they used to devise questions. You do 20 questions today, you do one tomorrow. And this is what they did. And then they decided they would come up with this game. And they came up with this game of Trivial Pursuit, and then tried to sell it to the companies, and they couldn't sell it to the companies. So they decided to put it out themselves. They put it out themselves and made millions overnight. I know John's into quizzes.
Well, I'm going to say that's what I'm doing mine now, but you turn mine down, so I'm going to make myself a millionaire.
I haven't turned it down, John.
I don't think so, Norman. I don't think so.
And if you were to say to somebody, I said, what was the strength of Trivial Pursuit? And he said, everybody knows the answers. Everybody knows the answers.
Some of them, not all of them.
The number of times you play Trivial Pursuit and you say, I know that. You'll have heard the answer. It'll be in there somewhere, but you didn't realise you had one of the favourite. I said, well, give me some answers. He said, what are the colours of the ball boys' socks at Wimbledon? Anybody know?
Purple. Red.
Purple.
Red.
Who said purple?
Purple.
Yeah, purple. Yeah. Well done, David. They're purple because that's the women. Who sponsors the scoreboard?
Rolex.
The number of times you've actually seen the ball boys running backwards and forwards, but you never noticed the socks.
No.
And he said to me, I said, and we had quarter of an hour, and he said, I'll ask you a question, Norman. He said, because they're all, I said, why was the test match between England and Australia at Old Trafford in 1946, the 5-day tap, why was not a ball bowled in 5 days? And of course, I'm thinking 1946, just after the Second World War, I bet there was a bomb crater and I'm thinking about this, and different people phoning in with different answers. So what's the right answer?
It rained for 4 or 5 days. It's a gap.
It rained for 5 days. Then you think, oh, Carol's joined. Oh,
Yeah. Hello.
Nice to see you. Better let them know, because I know you've been doing good deeds. Tell us what you've been doing.
I've been waiting for people to come and collect their free school meals parcels, but 2 people came in an hour and a half. So I've now dropped them all off with somebody else at Living Waters charity that do the food banks.
Right. And this is why you're working at the library, of course.
Yeah, this is our redeployment.
Right, good. Well done.
Well done. Well done.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So if anybody wants a catering pack size cucumber, I know where you can get them.
I thought of 3 lines to follow that, and I don't use any of them.
Ken Dodd's alien joke came up.
Ken Dodd's alien joke?
No, Martians, wasn't it? What a fine day for sticking a cucumber through your neighbour's letterbox and telling her the Martians have landed.
I'm surprised at you.
Blushing now.
Yeah, it's a family show.
I know. When I was telling my joke, I was looking at Keith's face and he was going white, I tell you. And we can see you, Mr. McKinnon, as well. Nice to see you, James. Are you all right?
Fine. How are you?
Yeah, can't grumble. You're very quiet.
Suffering with sciatica.
Say again.
I'm suffering with sciatica.
You're suffering? All right.
Sciatica.
Oh, terrible, isn't it, that? Yeah. See, when did you retire?
Retired today.
You retired today? Right. So, first day you retired, you've gone off sick.
Today, Jim McKinnon.
I'm sure it'll soon clear up. Sure it'll soon clear up there, Jim.
I need to do some training with Tony Parks.
You did what, sorry?
I need to do some training with Tony Parks.
Some training with Tony? You couldn't keep up with Tony Parks. Oh, you couldn't keep up. You couldn't keep up with Steve Elliott. Have you seen him?
You could with the chips.
When you say, hey, I'm going with this, Mags. Forget it. So
I can't wait to take Tony for some chips.
did you used to like a lot of chips, Tony?
Yeah, I have quite a lot of chips.
No. Did Steve Elliott used to eat a lot of chips? Tony?
What about what you're talking about, chaps?
Did Steve Elliott, when you say chips, do you mean
Yeah.
chips that you eat?
Yeah, chips.
Right. So did Steve Elliott like a lot of chips?
He does like a lot.
Oh, see.
You can tell, can't you?
He has got a big appetite, Max, hasn't he?
He has.
Have you been a ventriloquist, Max? I'm learning something every day. Yeah? Well, we're going from subject to subject, and I've actually got some of the. If you want to finish off with a couple of the quiz questions, because time's getting on. There was a quiz at the table. I'll go through some of these. Again, as I said before, at the beginning, it's not really a matter of general knowledge. It's really a matter of trying to get something to talk about. But I think we're going to run out of time here. What I'm going to have to do, because I know there are certain people like John Kay, and I've been kind to you here, John. He's a quizzer. He's a quiz fanatic. So he'll be there. He'll have to bite his tongue not to say all the answers to this.
So Darren can turn me off then if you want to. Turn me off, Darren.
What I was going to say, if we turn everybody off, Darren, and then when I ask a question, if you know the answer, put your hand up, and then I can talk to people individually. Is that right?
Yep, that's fine.
Right, you turn everybody off now.
Okay.
Right, that's it. First question. What does it signify when a cricket umpire raises both arms straight above his head? If you know the answer, put your hand up. Right, Melvin was the first one. Yes, Melvin. Just a minute, we'll come to you in a sec.
Oh.
Melvin. Melvin's next to you. Right, Melvin?
A 6.
It is a 6. That's one for Melvin. Next question. Everybody muted. How many players on each side of the net in beach volleyball? Martin? Just a minute, we'll come to you in a second, Martin. Go on.
2.
2. Good sport to watch, isn't it, beach volleyball?
I'm saying nothing.
Yeah, neither am I. Right. Question number 3. In which country is the Interlagos Formula 1 circuit? We'll come to Barry. Barry? Just a minute. We'll move it. Yeah, go on.
Brazil.
It is. It's in Brazil. Right. Question number 5. How many times has Michael Schumacher won the Formula 1, become Formula 1 world champion? How many times? We've got one answer. We'll go to David. All that, Barry. We'll go to David. David, just a minute. Go on.
5.
No. We'll go to Barry. Can we go to Barry? Yes. Yes. 7 is one, yes, because Lewis Hamilton's got. How many has Lewis Hamilton got?
5. No.
He's got 5. He's going for the. He's trying to get to the 7, isn't he? Number 6. Who were the first non-Premier League side for 23 years to knock Manchester United out of the FA Cup in 2010? David is. Yeah, I knew you. Yeah, I'm holding you. I'm holding you because I know you. Yeah, I'm holding you. Anybody else before David tells me? No. Go on, David. Just a minute. We'll come to you. Yeah, go on.
Leeds United, and the scorer was Jermaine Beckford.
Right, don't get cocky with me, David. All right, then. We know you're a Yorkshire lad and proud of the Leeds roots and all that. Yeah, you see, you've got Kate on your side as well. She's been saying no more. Which Australian golfer won 5 Open Championships between 1954 and 1965? I know John would know that, but it's a really good question. Jeff. Yeah, go on.
Peter Thompson.
Yes, it is Peter Thompson. Yeah, 5 times. That's amazing, isn't it? In which country would you find Eden Gardens Cricket Stadium? Is that Kate? Did you put your hand up then, Kate? No, you were just resting your arm, were you? Sorry, love. Right. Neville. Just a minute. Go on, Neville.
India.
It is. It's in India. Oh, this is good. This is a good one. Which country first began the tradition of singing the national anthem before a rugby match? And there's quite a logical explanation of why. Anybody know that one? No? A great singing nation? I'll go to Melvin again. Go on, Melvin. Just a minute. We're not with you yet. Melvin, yeah?
Yeah, Wales.
It was Wales. We tend to think of the All Blacks and the whatever, but it was, yes, it was. Name the jockey who rode Henbit, Nashwan and Ahab to Derby victories. I have no idea. It was actually, Barry's in again. Hey, we got another quiz here. Just a minute, Baz, we'll be with you. There, go on.
Lester Piggott.
No, it wasn't Lester Piggott. We've got Carol. Okay, just a minute. Carol, hey, she's in. Go on.
Willie Carson.
It was Willie Carson, yeah. Who have you got there helping you?
What makes you think that?
As soon as you give me an answer, then you look to the person on your left-hand side, didn't you? Yes, you did. Yes, right. Big brother is watching you, Carol.
Yeah. I know, I give myself away.
Yeah, you did. You were.
I could have been looking out the window.
Yeah, of course you were. Yeah. Who is the official supplier of tennis balls to Wimbledon? Janet. Just a minute. We'll come to you in a second, Janet. With three. Yes, Janet.
Slazenger.
Is it Slazenger? Quite a few people put their answer up with that. Well, the time now is 3 minutes past. 3 minutes past 2. The computer's not switched over yet.
You're on. So, Tom, welcome. Are you with us now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, so introduce yourself. Tell us a bit about, you're a volunteer where and what you're doing.
Yeah, so I volunteer at Preston North End Community Education Trust. So I've been going down to the school sessions there since it was first launched. So we started off at Finney House, and I do it with Martin. And now we're doing it in detail now, so we're growing in numbers and we're growing week in, week out. So hopefully looking forward to getting back to it when all this is over.
Very good.
Brilliant.
And the North End group is growing from strength to strength. Well, it was up till last week, but I'm sure it will continue to grow and develop under Martin's leadership with the team from the North End Community Foundation. Thank you very much. It's been great to see you all. Thank you very much for your contribution and the banter. And we look forward to seeing you all again online at 2 o'clock next Wednesday afternoon. Thank you very much. Brilliant.
Jim, did you want to say,
Take care.
Jim, did you want to say one last thing?
I'm waving to Tony and Steve Elliott.
Oh, you're waiting to Tony. Tony and Steve. You know, honestly, I'm always a fan. Everybody, take care. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. Thanks very much for coming.
Thank you, Norman.
Thanks, everybody.
See you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.